This is it. This is it. It being IT, which stands for our IT band. IT meaning iliotibial band. The iliotibial band is a big tendon that goes from your hip point all the way down to attach to your lower leg bone, your tibia. That's why it's called this is the ilium and that's the tibia, and that's why it's called the iliotibial band. So on your body, it runs from here all the way down. So this is a very important tendon. It attaches a lot of muscles to your bone, and it supports and stabilizes hips and knees. A lot of times, and you may have experienced this when you have a tight IT band, it can lead to hip pain, knee pain, lower back pain. A lot of that is because of a tight IT band. So we're going to loosen that up today with our yoga practice. So to start with this pranayama, I'm going to right away start by stretching out our IT band. If you have very flexible hips, you are probably able to do what they call a fire logs pose. Fire logs pose is where you have an ankle, this is an ankle, on top of a knee, and the other knee on top of the opposite ankle. So your legs are stacked like my arms are. Now I can't do this. That's why I'm showing you with my arms. If you can do that, that's the pose that I would like for you to get into for our pranayama, because it is a gentle stretch to the IT band. If you can't do that, one way to mimic that movement is to use a block in front of you and then bring your shin so that it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Flex the foot and place the foot on the block. And then the other leg is sort of stacked below it. All right, so you're going to feel this little bit of stretch now from your top of your, under your knee to your hip. And then I just sort of rest my hands on my front leg so I can put gentle pressure on it to help deepen the stretch. Make sure you flex the knee, to flex the foot to protect the knee. And then bring your torso nice and long, crown of your head going up, and then we'll do several deep dirga breaths with this, seated in this position. Big dirga belly breaths in and out of your nose at your own pace. Follow your breath all the way down to your belly. Big, long, full, deep breaths. And then as you exhale, follow your breath out of the belly, out through your nose, visualizing and lengthening each breath. Okay, take one more very deep yoga breath. And then when you're finished with that breath, we're going to switch legs so that the opposite leg is on top. And then do a few more yoga breaths. One more deep, deep, long, slow yoga breath, Dirga breath. And when you're finished with that breath, turn your breathing back to normal. Remove the block if you're using the block. And then let's take a deep breath together and Om in. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. Thank you again for being here. We're going to start off in Dandasana, staff pose. I'm moving back so that I think you can see me better. Staff pose. So make sure that, unless you're super flexible in the hips, make sure you sit up on something so that you're able to tilt your pelvis forward and have a neutral arch in your lower back. Make sure your feet are flexed and then your knees are up. Your head's right on top of the shoulders and your shoulders are down from your ears and your chest is open forward. Drag your feet towards you to engage the leg muscles. Make sure that pelvis is tilted forward. Take a couple of breaths here in Dandasana. Your body is in an L shape. Okay, now please take your right ankle, cross it over your left ankle. So this is a cross-legged Dandasana, staff pose. Dandasana meaning staff pose, cross-legged staff pose. And then just take a couple of breaths here. Just feel how that little bit of movement by crossing your ankles just puts a little bit more stretch into that IT band on the right side. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, suck your belly in and come from your hip crease with your chest forward and support your body with your hands. So you don't have to come forward very much. This just enhances the stretch a little bit more. Make sure you keep your back nice and long, keep your shoulders down from your ears, and keep your head in line with the spine. And several deep, long breaths. Every time you exhale, maybe get a little deeper in your fold. Okay, inhale back up to center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, palms facing each other. Exhale as you let your right hand float down, your left arm will come beside the ear. As you open up the left side body, keep your feet flexed so that your leg muscles continue to work. One more breath here. As you exhale, you're going to bring the left hand down to the outside of the right leg and bring your right hand in a little bit. So now you're just going to twist your body and let your chest melt down to the outside of the right leg. A twisted forward fold. Remember to keep your head in line with the spine. And we're still warming up everything, so only go as far as your body allows. Come back to center, bend the right knee, and place the right foot on the outside of the left leg. Keep the left foot extended, the left foot flexed, left leg extended. And then use your left arm to hug the knee into the right knee into the chest. And as you do that, you're going to pull your chest forward and up to reestablish your long spine. Inhale, bring your right arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around, planting your right hand behind you, keeping your spine vertical as you twist. And don't forget about keeping the left leg active. Every time you exhale, just get a little deeper in the stretch. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your body back to center. Keep the foot where it is for the moment. Take your hands behind you and lean back onto your hands so that you're able to bend your left knee. And then keep your right ankle on top of the left thigh here. And then you're going to be pushing your right thigh away from you. And then when you're ready for it, you can start moving your left leg toward your bottom, or you can move your bottom toward your leg, whichever is better for you, to deepen this stretch. This is like a seated pigeon or seated number 4 pose. So ideally, when you do these stretches on your own, you'd like to hold them for 90 seconds or more. And then allow your body to relax in the stretch. Okay, pick up whatever you need to pick up to unravel your legs and return to Dandasana, staff pose, reestablishing our spine, resetting our body, crown of the head up, tilt the pelvis forward, feet up, knees up, drag the feet toward you on the mat so that you're engaging muscles, chest forward, shoulders down. Now take the left ankle, cross it over the right ankle, and pause here for a couple of breaths, feeling how that little bit of movement now is stretching out the outside of your left leg, your IT band. Inhale. As you exhale, suck your belly in, come from your hip crease, bring your chest forward, support your body with your hands. And breathe several deep breaths. Keep your feet flexed. Keep the head in line with the spine. One more breath. As you exhale, come back to an upright position. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, left hand floats down beside the hip, the right arm comes beside the ear. Open up that right rib cage. And don't let the shoulder fall forward. Make sure the shoulder stays back and up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the left side of the body. And now we're going to be twisting and folding to the left. So your right shoulder is going to come around. Think about bringing your right ribs around. Keep your head in line with the spine and don't crunch up your neck as you do this. Inhale, exhale, come back upright, and then bend the knee and place the foot on the outside of the right leg. Take the right arm, hug the knee into the chest so that you can bring your chest forward and up. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist to the left, plant your left hand behind you for support as you twist. Use your right arm as leverage for the twist and keep your right foot flexed and your right leg engaged. Inhale. Exhale, slowly return to center. Keep the foot where it is. You're going to lean back on your hands and bend the right knee. Flex the left foot, place it on top of the right thigh, and then you're going to either walk your bottom toward your foot or walk your foot toward your bottom as far as your body will allow to deepen this stretch. Make sure you keep the foot flexed. And then relax as you breathe. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, figure out how you can unwind your body out of this cross leg. Come back to your staff pose to reset the spine. Shoulders down, chest forward, pelvic tilt, arch in the lower back. Okay, from here, we're going to bring your knees or your legs around so you can come to a table position, patting the knees accordingly here. And if you have blocks, have your blocks available for you to use. And then starting in flat back table, we'll do a couple of cat cows. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, slowly as you push your back up to the ceiling, tucking your chin and tucking your tailbone. And if you want to tuck your toes here too, you'll get your feet massaged with this as well. Big, long, slow exhale. Feel the vertebrae open. Inhale through your nose, very, very slowly, making the breath last. And now here, uncurl your toes. And then bring your belly down toward the mat in a banana back. Tailbone goes back, kind of the head goes forward, and shoulders are down from your ears, away from your ears. So your shoulders are going toward the back part of your body. And then exhale again, very, very slowly through the nose as you return to your cat, making your exhalation last. Bringing your belly button toward the spine, tucking the chin, pushing the mat away so you can feel your shoulders separate. And then tuck the toes if you're getting your feet involved here. And then very slowly, making the breath last, inhale, and then come into your cow. Once again, uncurl your toes, bring your belly down toward the mat into your banana back, head forward, tailbone back, shoulders down from the ears. And then come into a neutral table. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, bring your right knee into your chest and tuck your chin, bring your nose toward your knee and just hold it here for a couple of breaths with a flexed spine. So to do this, you're going to be engaging your core muscles to be able to hold your knee up like this. Let's take a couple of breaths. Now take a deep breath. As you exhale, kick your foot back, bend the knee and place the sole of your foot facing the ceiling. So we're going to stomp the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the knee back into your chest, retuck the chin, bring the nose back to the knee. Inhale, kick your foot back again, flex the foot, stomp on the ceiling with a bent knee. Exhale, knee to chest to nose. Inhale, once again, kick the foot back, bend the knee, stomp the foot on the make-believe ceiling. And then exhale, bring the knee back to the mat. Take a deep breath with a flat back. Exhale, lift your left knee in toward your chest, tuck the chin, nose to knee. Hold this for a couple of breaths using your core muscles to keep the knee up into your chest. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, exhale as you kick your knee back, foot flexed, stomping on the ceiling. Inhale, slowly bring the knee back into the chest, tucking the chin, nose to knee again. Flexing the spine. And then inhale as you slowly kick the knee back, flex the foot, stomp on the ceiling. Exhale once more, bring the knee into the chest, nose to knee, flex the spine. One more, kick the foot back, stomp the foot on the ceiling with a bent leg. Inhale, exhale, bring the knee all the way back down into table position. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bring your bottom toward your heels as if you were going into child pose. Move slowly so you can feel the joints lubricate, all the synovial fluids moving around, greasing our joints, greasing our hinges. Inhale, very slowly, rise back to table. Exhale, very slowly, bring your bottom back towards your heels, greasing the hinges again. And then inhale back to table. Okay, if you have your blocks, bring your hands on the blocks, and then bring your right foot forward between the blocks. So this is our low lunge. So you scoot your left knee back as far as you can to feel the quad stretch. And now we're going to take the right foot, walk it to the left of the center line. Now this is going to be more of a balance challenge than it looks. So if you start feeling unstable, just move the foot back out towards center. You still want to have the knee over the ankle. All right. So from here, you're going to get light in the fingertips and then bring your arms up to Anjaneyasana. Open chest, palms facing each other. Couple of breaths here. Find a focal point to keep your balance. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down back to the blocks. Keep your foot where it is, but you're going to straighten your leg as you walk your blocks back towards your hips. Flex the right foot. Keep the foot to the left of the center line into our half at Ardha Hanuman. And allow your chest to float down toward your leg. Keep the foot flexed. You can have your blocks at any height here. Try to keep the spine long so that there's one long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone, and you're not rounding your back. Your shoulders are not up to your ears. Bring your shoulders away and breathe. One more big breath in. As you exhale, walk the blocks forward, rebend the knee. And then we're going to come back into our Anjaneyasana, but this time we're going to open our arms in a T. Inhale. exhale, lace your fingers behind your back, clasp your hands together, pull your hands away from your bottom and pull your shoulders down from your ears. Make sure you have a focal point because, like I said, this is a little bit of a balance challenge because your leg is off center here. One more breath. Release your hands as you exhale. Place the hands back on the blocks and then slowly re-straighten the leg one more time. Walk the blocks back to your hips one more time. And this time we're going to take the left block and put it on the outside of the right leg. And then we're going to twist our body to the right as we continue to bow our chest forward and down. So again, the blocks can be at any height that suits you. One more breath. As you exhale, bring the block back to the left side. Rebend the knee, walk the blocks back up to the front. And then return your leg back to table position. Good. Okay. Now we'll take the left foot, bring it up between the blocks, and walk the foot to the right side so that you're right of the center line. Scoot your right knee back for your quad stretch, and then get light in your fingertips here. Find your focal point for balance, and we'll come up to Anjaneyasana on this side. Low crescent lunge, opening the chest, bringing the arms back, chin up, chest forward. Think about pushing your tailbone down toward your back heel. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down to the blocks. Straighten the front leg as you walk the blocks back. Flex the front foot. And then as you breathe deeply, allow your chest to melt down toward your leg. Your leg is still crossed over the center line. One more breath. Exhale, rebend the knee as you walk the blocks back. Get light in the fingertips, reestablish your balance to come into your Anjaneyasana with arms in a T this time. Inhale, exhale, clasp your fingers behind your back. And you know what I'm going to say. Rethread your fingers so that the opposite thumb is on top and the opposite pinky's on the bottom than what you're accustomed to doing. And then pull the hands away from the bottom, pull the shoulders down from the ears, open the chest. One more breath. Exhale, release. Bring the hands back to the blocks. And very slowly walk the blocks back as you straighten that leg again. And still to the right of center. And now we're going to take the right block, take it to the outside of the left leg. And then allow your chest to relax and melt down. So think about head in line with the spine. Don't allow your chin to drop. Don't let your shoulders creep up toward the ears. One more. Inhale, and then as you exhale, move the block back, rebend the knee, walk the blocks back up, and then bring your foot in, back to your table. And now come onto your side. Pick a side, we'll do both sides. And extend your body long on the mat. And you can either extend your arm and place your head on the arm, or if it doesn't bother your neck or shoulder, bend the elbow and place the head in to the hand, side of your head in the hand. Okay, so now straighten your body so that you feel wobbly. If you let go, you can fall. If you're straight, you'll feel like you're going to fall backwards. So make sure that you have that feeling, because if you don't have that wobbly feeling, it means your body's not in a straight line and you're doing something to counteract the pose. And this pose takes a lot of core strength, as well as we're going to massage our IT band here. So keep the feet flexed. Start with them stacked on top of each other. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift the top leg up. Keep the foot flexed. Pause here for one breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, bring the leg down. Inhale, exhale, lift the leg. Pause, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. And as you exhale, the leg comes down. Inhale, exhale, leg comes back up. Pause, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Exhale, leg comes down, breathe in. As you exhale, leg comes back up. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, leg comes down. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, leg comes up. Pause, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale as the leg comes down. Okay, so now prop up onto your forearm. Now this is challenging. I'm not going to lie to you, but I know you like challenges. We're going to do the same thing from a forearm plank. So you're going to push into your forearm and the outside edges of your feet so that you're coming into a forearm plank. Now, if you want, you can take your front hand and support your body, but we're going to do the same thing, is lift the leg. We're not going to hold it and then lower. We're going to only do it 3 times. Lift and then lower, lift and then lower, and then come all the way down. All right, and then we're going to switch sides. Super, super good work for your core strength. So either arm in a straight line, extend it out, or bend the elbow, put the head into the hand. Get your body wobbly so that you know you're in a straight line. So if you feel like you're going to fall over, that's when your body's in a straight line. And even from the elbow too, make sure the elbow's in the same line as the body too. Okay, feet, stack the feet. Inhale, exhale, lift the leg, flex the foot, pause, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, inhale, exhale up, pause, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, inhale, exhale, lift, pause, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, inhale, exhale, lift, pause, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, and one more time, inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, bring the leg all the way down. Okay. If you're taking this option to do the forearm plank, come on up to your forearm with your elbow underneath the shoulder and feet stacked. We're going to lift our hips And then you can keep your hand down if you like. And we're gonna lift the top leg 3 times. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down. And then bring the hips down. And then roll over onto your belly for a moment and engage your arms in a crocodile position to take a breather. And then please push back the table. Tuck your toes and lift your hips into downward facing dog. When you're in your dog, spread your fingers wide. Make sure the middle finger's facing forward. Bend the knees to get the spine long. Squeeze your forearms toward each other, roll the shoulders out. Pedal the knees for a moment, gently. And then let your head melt between your arms. Keep putting pressure in all 10 fingers. Bend the knuckles slightly so they take some of the pressure. And then take a deep breath. As you exhale, bend the knees, walk up to the hands. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. And then come into Tadasana and pause. Reestablish your spine, reset. Head on top of the shoulders, feet parallel to each other, thighs rolling in, chest open, shoulders down, chin level with the ground, tailbone down. Take the right foot and step it to the outside of the left foot. So we're going to be cross-legged, pinky toe to pinky toe. And I probably should have told you, if you don't have your blocks ready, have your blocks ready in case you want to use them. So cross-legged Tadasana. So as you notice, we're doing a lot of cross-legged stuff today because that's where you get to the IT band. Okay, and take a deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, flip the right palm up. Take your left hand, grab the right wrist, and then we're going to pull over to the left, crescenting our body. This is harder than it looks. It's a balance. So focus on something that's not moving. And then come back up to center, release, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Inhale. As you exhale, come from your hip crease, bring your arms out, and you can either put your hands on your hips here with a flat back, or you can bring your hands down to the mat, or you can bring your hands down to a block and just hang here in this cross-legged forward fold. And breathe. You don't want to lock your knees out here. Have a slight bend in your knees. Okay, so listen very carefully. From here, you can keep your hands on the blocks. We're going to go into a cross-legged downward dog. So from here, you're going to take your left foot and scooch it back to the right back corner of your mat. Then you're going to take your right leg, cross it in front of your left leg, and that foot's going to go to the left corner of your mat. And then you can walk your hands in blocks so that you can push into your downward facing dog. So your right leg is crossed over your left leg in a downward dog. One breath in, exhale, bring the knees down, and then swing the left leg in front between the blocks. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Okay, walking your left foot to the right of center. We're going to step up the back foot so that you come to the pinky toe side of the front foot. And then we slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Okay, so you notice now, magically, our left foot is crossed over our right foot. So we're going to start that sequence again. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, flip your left palm up. Take the right hand, grab the left wrist. We're going to crescent to the right. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring your arms into a T, back to Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Exhale, float forward with your flat back. Bring your hands down to the mat or your blocks into a forward fold, cross-legged forward fold, cross-legged Uttanasana. Make sure you don't lock out your knees here. Slight bend in the knees. Okay, so here's where we have the fun with the cross-legged downward facing dog. So you're going to take your right foot and scoot it back to the left corner of your mat. You're going to take your left leg, cross it in front of your right leg to go to the right corner of your mat, and then you're going to walk your blocks so that you can get into your downward facing dog position with crossed legs. So your left leg is crossed over your right leg here. And your arms do the same thing as a regular downward dog. Spread the fingers wide, push your forearms toward each other, roll your shoulders out. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring the knees down to the mat. We're going to take the right leg, swing it up between the hands, move it over to the left of the center line. Lift your left knee, step the left foot so that you get to the pinky toe side of your right foot. And then we're going to slowly rise up again, cross-legged. Inhale up, exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Uncross the legs and return to Tadasana. Reset the spine. So that's a fun sequence. It's fun to me at least, but it's challenging because it's not easy. It looks a lot easier than it is, in my opinion. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, step both feet to downward facing dog. This is your regular downward dog here, not cross-legged. This time you're going to take a deep breath and walk your hands to your feet into a forward fold. And then maybe going in this direction, walking your hands to your feet instead of your feet to your hands, it puts a little bit more weight on the front of the feet. And when we do a forward fold, typically our hips are behind the ankles without us realizing it. Naturally, our hips want to go behind the ankles. If you take your hips over the ankles, it gives you a much bigger stretch and the hamstrings. So you really want your hips directly above your ankles, which means coming forward a little bit more than you probably usually do. Okay, bend the knees, walk the hands back forward, back to your downward dog. Inhale, exhale, bring your knees down to the mat, and then sit back into child pose, resting your forehead on something, whether it's mat, hands, block, bolster. Please slowly push up and swing your legs around. Come seated, cross-legged. And if you're using some padding to sit on the padding, back into Dandasana. Make sure your pelvis is tilted forward. We're going to bend the right knee, put it on the outside of the left leg. Now you have a choice here. You can keep this leg extended, the left leg extended, or you can wrap it around so that the heel ends up near your hip, your right hip. But if you do this, just make sure both sit bones are evenly firm on the surface that you're sitting on, and that this foot can be flat on the mat. If that doesn't happen, you're better off keeping the left leg extended. Take your left arm, hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around and plant your hand behind you to keep your spine vertical as you twist. Now, this is what we did at the beginning of class. And so now that we're all warmed up, maybe you can get a little deeper in the twist. So relax here, take several deep breaths. And when you feel comfortable, or if you feel comfortable, take your elbow and bring it on the outside of that right thigh. Every time you exhale, twist a little more. One more breath. Exhale, bring your head, shoulders, chest, torso around. And then uncross. Reset in Dandasana. Legs straight, shoulders down, chest forward, pelvis forward, spine long. Then the left knee, bring the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Either keep the right leg extended or bring the heel around to the hip. Again, only do this if you can put equal weight in both sit bones and that your foot can stay flat on the mat. If not, then you're sort of defeating the purpose of the pose and you're better off having your legs straight. Right arm hugs left knee in. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around. Plant the left hand behind you. And breathe deeply as you twist. And again, this time, just relax here. Allow your breath to make you relax. And then when you feel ready, you can slip the elbow to the outside of the leg. Keep breathing. Every time you exhale, relax a little more. The act of exhaling automatically softens your muscles, it releases the tension in your muscles. So it enables you to get deeper into a stretch. One more breath here. Exhale, head comes forward, shoulders, chest, torso. Unwind the legs. One more reset button, giving your shoulders down, chest forward, pelvis forward, legs straight, toes up. One deep breath here. Exhale, and then please come onto your backs with bent knees. And then take your right ankle, place it on your left thigh. Take your right hand onto your right thigh, push that thigh away so you feel an opening in that hip socket. Flex the foot. Now we're going to thread through. We're going to lift the left foot up, bring the left thigh into our chest as we bring our right hand between the legs. Left hand goes on the outside of the left leg, and you're clasping behind the left thigh. And then once you get that, relax your head back down, and then just bring the thigh in toward the chest as you're pushing the right thigh away with your elbow. Now, if this is a problem clasping behind your thigh, you can use a strap here between your hands and just have the strap as an extension of your hands behind your thigh. Keep the feet flexed, breathe. So this is exactly what we did seated at the beginning of the class, except we were seated instead of reclined. Okay, from here, release, bring the foot down, and then take the right knee and scoot it all the way over so that your right knee is resting on top of your left knee, like you're sitting in a chair. Bring your arms in a T, and you have a choice here. Just keep either your legs crossed, or you can take your right foot and wrap it behind your left ankle into eagle legs. And then you're gonna lift your hips, shift 1 or 2 inches to the right, let your knees fall to the left, and turn your head to the right. Inhale. Exhale, return legs back to center. Uncross your legs, lift your hips, shift your hips back to center. Now take your left ankle onto the right thigh, flex the foot, take the left hand and push the left thigh away so that you feel an opening in that hip socket. And then thread the left hand between your legs. The right hand goes on the outside of the right thigh. Lift your right foot so you can clasp your hands behind the thigh and bring it in towards your chest as you push the opposite thigh away with your elbow. Both feet flexed, relax. Bring your head down to the mat if it's not already. One more breath. Exhale, release your leg, bring the foot back down to the mat. Take your left knee and cross it on top of the right like you're sitting in a chair. Arms in a T. You can wrap the foot behind the ankle into eagle legs if you like. And then pick up your hips, move 1 or 2 inches to the left and let your knees drop to the right. And your head turns left. One more breath. Exhale, bring your head back to center, your knees back to center, unravel your legs, bring everything back to center, and hug knees into the chest, release the spine, and then please come into your favorite Shavasana. And as you do so, please focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Allow your body to relax. As I read you this poem by American author Mary Oliver, it is called Snow Geese. Since it's snowing, I thought this would be appropriate. Oh, to love what is lovely and will not last. What a task to ask of anything or anyone. Yet it is ours, and not by the century or the year, but by the hours. One fall day I heard above me, and above the sting of the wind, a sound I did not know, and my look shot upward. It was a flock of snow geese, winging it faster than the ones we usually see, and being the color of snow, catching the sun, so they were, in part at least, golden. I held my breath, as we do sometimes, to stop time when something wonderful has touched us, as with a match which is lit and bright, but does not hurt in the common way, but delightfully, as if delight were the most serious thing you ever felt. The geese flew on. I have never seen them again. Maybe I will someday, somewhere, maybe I won't. It doesn't matter. What matters is that when I saw them as through the veil, secretly, joyfully, clearly. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and gently wake up your body, making small movements. Please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we are sealing the hot, masculine, bright side of our body, exposing the feminine, cool, dark, calm side of our body. And that calmness will carry us for the rest of our day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then I shall do the closing chant. If you care to join me, please do. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Sakaru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. And Jai Yogis. Thank you for coming. And Donna, I have never seen that picture of you before.
Hi, I know. I don't know
That's a
why
new
it's
one.
there. We just
Oh, it's
moved
a
into.
glamour shot.
It is? Oh, that was a.
Yeah,
I
it looks
know,
like a glamour
it is.
shot.
It looks
Really?
like something that you give to a photo shoot.
Yes, exactly. That's what.
It was just on the cell phone.
Catherine, how'd you know it was
Oh,
Donald?
Nigel, you made it back from Home Depot.
You know, a Buddhist orientation would not make fun of husbands.
Oh,
No, so
No.
it's be kind to spouse decade, okay?
Okay.
Decade,
All
okay.
right.
oh, poor Nigel.
After that, we're okay.
Yeah, look what that brought us this decade, COVID. That did a lot of good, right?
Yeah, be
Oh my
kind
God,
to us.
COVID and everything else.
And
The storms,
everything else, right?
the storms, the wildfires, the politics are all over the place. A lot of things happened this year. Yeah.
Well, thank you,
Catherine.
Catherine.
Stay
You're
well,
welcome. Thanks for
everybody.
coming,
Bye, y'all.
Louisa.
Bye,
Bye,
Louisa.
everybody. Harla, thanks for coming.
Hyla,
Thanks
that-
for coming.
Well, that seemed to
Jane,
work well for
thank you for
Hyla.
coming.
so.
Bye, David.